Oh, did you see? I found this funny. Did you see that there's a news story? They're trying to make this into a thing where there was Department of Homeland Security had sent out a warning about Russian interference in this election for trying to make Joe Biden look like he has mental health issues. Did you see that?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, Russia's stupid for investing in that. All you have to do is just play his damn clips.
I love how bots and mental illness are just utilized so haphazardly. You know, everybody owns a million bots, and everybody's a mental health professional or buying some.
How many bots have you purchased on the internet?
12.7 million.
That's the one thing. I was like, I can imagine spending money on a lot of stuff to try and improve my show, like hiring an artist or an editor or hiring like a writer or something. Like I can imagine all of that. I actually have hired an artist who, helps me with thumbnails and channel art and stuff like that and merch. But like I can't imagine paying for bots that won't watch the show. That is a
Right.
weird thing to me. And people they're like, well, Nick has bots. I'm like, what? I do? If I had bots, my numbers would be way higher.
I'm like, really? Because you've got what, a couple thousand people watching now. You know the numbers there. They say if I had bots, I would definitely have bigger numbers than I have. I mean,
Hmm.
I'm grateful for the numbers I have, but I definitely I would buy it up to some insane number.
Well,
I'd have a
because that's
million
the
subs.
thing. If you could buy, say, so we had 2,700 people roughly at peak tonight. So if you buy another 5,300 people and you get up to 8,000,
Mhm.
you're going to be trending on YouTube, which will attract more and more people. That would be a worthy buy if you
Right.
were going to buy. But if you're like going to buy, and now I love having 2,700 people watch the show. Make no, I like having 50 people watch me talk.
I bought
But
into 3 people, when I
yeah,
started out, so
it,
I'm happy when people show up, period. I
right.
appreciate
So
it.
I love it, but like the money buy that makes any sort of business sense would be to get into that like 8 to 10,000 range of live viewers, because then YouTube will further promote your stream, and that would be the idea of drawing in new people. Like you wouldn't buy subs just to have them. You'd have to. That'd be an investment. It's such a weird thing. Uh,
You'd find
I
it in my taxes too. See, I'm such an ass. If I bought it, somebody would just look through my tax and
your business expense bought subs
yeah,
18
bought some.
$18 in Chinese currency. Um yeah, I don't know. It's such a weird. I think what's funny is that um people forget that like eventually, when you just start out YouTube, you can do all sorts of weird stuff, and you're just kind of trying and feeling stuff out. But
Mhm,
eventually, I've been doing this almost 3 years now,
mhm.
and I don't know how long have you been doing YouTube?
About 3 I started, well, I mean, I had a channel where I just would, like, shove up a random thing in there or whatever, but actually
Yeah, really
doing
doing it.
yeah, 2017, so right on 3 years.
Oh yeah, so right about the same time I have.
Yeah.
Like when you've been doing a small business for 3 years, like we I know I do. I shouldn't speak for you, but I assume you look at it like a business. Like we're figuring out marketing, and we're trying to figure out revenue, and we talk about this in business terms
Yeah.
with colleagues as well. And it's like this isn't some weird like crapshoot for most of us. When you get to a certain amount of time put into it and attitude towards the channel. So like, oh, you're buying subs. Like, well, that would only be if it was a reasonable investment, and I don't know that buying subs ever is. But
It could also cost you a channel. I wouldn't do anything that we're You said something the other night that's very true. We're on a limited time span as it is. One day, they will take us all down.
Yeah.
You know, the wrong thinkers. But while I'm here, I'm not going to do anything to expedite that process. You know, buying subs that would definitely do it.
Yeah, and again, it's money out for no purpose. And it's
Yeah,
like I could spend money on any number of things. You know, it'd be better money out than buying subs would be going and dropping large donations on live streams of people you want to interview. That'd be a
right.
much better expenditure of business resources. It's crazy,
I'm
but
also proud of milestones. Like, I mean, you know, when I look at YouTube, I'm like, you know, this thing, I built this thing. Like, you know, nobody that was around, they thought I was insane to just put the amount of time I did. They're like, what the fuck are you doing? You're wasting time. And
yeah.
now it works a business. And I'm about, I'm less than 1,200 subs away from 100,000. I never imagined that. I'm very thankful for it. And I am proud of it because there's no fake, you know, there's no fake freaking botting in there or anything else. Again, you know, it's right on 3 years of work to get to there.
Yeah, and that's that's what it is. I always love reading theories about like how I run the YouTube channel and stuff like that, and I'm always like these. That's actually I think that's what kind of what you were talking about with the lore, like
Mhm.
the stuff that people kind of make up. It's like these are way funnier stories. It's like it's actually no, it's actually a spreadsheet and a business plan. It's way more boring than your version. I'll take yours. It sounds way more
Yeah,
fun.
you know, instead
Uh,
of me sitting around with TubeBuddy figuring out what tags trend certain ways and how I
oh,
can
that's
utilize them.
yeah,
Uh,
or trying to make sense of YouTube saying, well, mid-roll ads can now be on 8-minute videos. Like, okay, wait, you want me to make 8-minute videos now? Like, you want them shorter? If I make a 12-minute video, is that too long? Like, oh my god, trying to figure all that shit out is it's just oh, it's infuriating. It's just infuriating.
I
Um,
do enjoy the internet lore though. I'm telling you, like, you know, 20% I would say is on main people, you know, they come up with their they're interested. I noticed on the comic, by the way, I saw somebody was like, back the book 1 and 2 package. This is for SJW Captain America. So thank you, buddy. I want to give you another shout out.
you always gotta shout out your best investments.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I give that guy a shout out because he came on a live stream one day, and when I was talking about this stuff, I had 5 live, you know, for a while when YouTube was just botting, people could flag your live streams down. Now they can't. It doesn't work that way anymore. YouTube
yeah,
did something else, but that guy came on. He was talking about that, and he mentioned that he really was calling the police. He mentioned the detective's name and everything. So I told him that day I was going to monetize him. So I've been every time I get backing,
yeah,
make fun of him because it's
yeah.
fun.
You should have him on the show sometime.
Oh Lord, I'm sure I've probably had him on my lawn and didn't know it yet.
Yeah,
Fucking wacko. I mean, thank you. Thank you.
disturbed individual.